I never believed in ghosts until I moved into that house. It was an old Victorian mansion, inherited from a distant relative I'd never met. The locals in the small town whispered about its haunted past, but I laughed it off. Superstitions, I thought. How wrong I was. From the first night, strange things began to happen, things that made me question everything I knew about reality. The house was beautiful in a decayed with grand arches, intricate woodwork, but abandoned for decades. Its windows were like dark eyes, watching my every move. The air inside was heavy, thick with dust and something unnameable. That first night, as I lay in bed, I heard footsteps pacing above me in the attic. Slow, deliberate, each creak of the floorboard echoed like a heartbeat in the silent house. I grabbed a flashlight, my hands trembling, and climbed the narrow stairs to investigate. The attic was empty, cobwebs swaying in a breeze I couldn't feel. I told myself it was the house settling, but a chill ran down my spine, whispering that something was terribly wrong. As I turned to leave the attic, the door slammed shut behind me, though no one was there. The next day, the house seemed to taunt me. Shadows darted across walls, just out of sight. Doors creaked closed when I wasn't looking. The temperature would drop suddenly, my breath visible in the air, as if the house itself was breathing. I tried to stay rational, blaming old wiring or drafts, but the feeling of being watched grew stronger. One afternoon, while cleaning the attic, I noticed a loose floorboard. Curious, I pried it open, revealing a hidden compartment. Inside was an old diary, its leather cover cracked, the name Emily embossed in faded gold. As I touched it, a cold breeze swept through the attic, and I swear I heard a whisper my name, spoken in a voice that wasn't human. The whisper grew louder, forming words I couldn't understand, then stopped abruptly, leaving an eerie silence. I opened the diary, its yellowed pages brittle under my fingers. Emily's entries, dated 1975, described moving into this house, just like me. She wrote of footsteps, shadows, and an oppressive presence, mirroring my own experiences. My heart pounded as I read further. She mentioned hearing a haunting melody, like a music box playing in the distance. As if on cue, I heard it, a faint, eerie tune drifting from downstairs. I followed the sound to the living room, where an old music box sat on the mantelpiece. It slid open, the ballerina twirling slowly. No one had wound it. The melody was mournful, each note sinking into my bones, as if the house was singing its own sorrow. The music box stopped mid-tune, and a shadow flickered in the mirror behind me, gone when I turned. The hauntings grew worse. Objects flew across rooms, books, lamps, even a heavy chair crashing with no explanation. Lights flickered, plunging me into darkness at random. Whispers called my name, now clear and insistent, echoing from every corner. One night, I woke to find Emily's ghost at the foot of my bed. Her translucent form shimmered, her eyes hollow sockets, her mouth open in a silent scream. She pointed to the diary, as if begging me to keep reading. I couldn't sleep after that. My hands shook as I turned the pages, desperate to understand what was happening, but terrified of what I'd find. As I read, a cold hand brushed my neck, and the diary's pages flipped on their own. Emily's entries grew frantic. She wrote of uncovering the house as secret. It was built on an ancient Native American burial ground. During renovations, she found a sacred artifact or stone carving etched with strange symbols. Kept it, unaware of its power. That night, spirits appeared, demanding its return. She tried to comply but was too late. The spirits trapped her soul in the house. Her final entry was a warning. Leave before it's too late. As I read those words, a loud crash echoed from downstairs, like glass shattering. I ran to check, finding a broken mirror, its shards forming a pattern that matched the symbols in Emily's diary. The shards began to tremble, as if alive, and a low growl filled the room. I knew I had to find the artifact and return it to stop the hauntings. The house fought back. Doors locked on their own, trapping me in rooms. The air grew thick, making it hard to breathe. In the basement, I found the artifact in a dusty box, its surface pulsing with an unnatural energy. As I held it, the whispers turned into screams, accusing me of theft, of desecration. Shadows coalesced into figures tall, eyeless forms with claw-like hands. They circled me, their voices a cacophony of rage. I clutched the artifact, my heart racing, knowing I had to act before they consumed me. The figures lunged forward, their claws inches from my face, then vanished as I stumbled backward. I ran to the backyard where Emily noted the burial ground was. The air turned to fog, thick and suffocating. As I stepped outside, the spirits reappeared, their forms more solid, their screams deafening. I remembered Emily's words. Return what was taken and speak the words of apology. With trembling hands, I placed the artifact on the ground and shouted, "I'm sorry for disturbing your rest. Please, take this back and let me go." Silence fell. A warm breeze swept through, dissolving the fog. The artifact sank into the earth, as if reclaimed. The house felt lighter, the oppressive weight gone. I thought I was free. As I turned to leave, a child's giggle echoed behind me, but the yard was empty. I grabbed my things and fled that night, vowing never to return. As I drove away, I glanced at my bag and saw the diary peeking out. In my panic, I'd taken it with me. My stomach dropped. Then I heard Ida whisper, "Thank you," soft but clear, inside my head. I looked in the rearview mirror and saw Emily's face for a split second, her smile wicked, her eyes glowing with malice. Then she was gone. I've been staying with a friend since, but the haunting hasn't stopped. Footsteps echo in the hallway at night. The diary sits on my desk, unopened, but it moves when I'm not looking. Last night, I woke to find it open on my chest, Emily's final words staring up at me. "It's too late for me. Don't let it be too late for you." I don't know if I'm free or if the darkness followed me. Some stories don't end when you leave the haunted house. They cling to you like a shadow you can't escape. If this story chilled you, or if you've ever felt a presence you couldn't explain? Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit that subscribe button for more tales that linger long after the screen goes dark. What's the scariest thing you've ever experienced?